Alright, well, as you saw in my previous video, we got the Wilwood brake system, the upper and lower control arms. We got a lot of nice stuff, spindles. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna disassemble this front end. Basically, I'm gonna pretty much take off the upper and lower control arms as a kit and just pull it away from the vehicle because I got all new stuff. So what I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start with, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna loosen up the shock. I'm gonna take the shock completely loose. Take it off. Everything I do to this left side, or the right side, I got this left side. Alright, I finally got that bolt out I was working on. Sometimes them things can be hard to get out. But I went ahead, I got the shock loose on the bottom. Go ahead, I'm going to get the pin out for the linkage on the steering. Just get some needle nose pliers. And just bend that pin back to where it's straight. Knock out the pin. I'm just going to hit the side right here with a hammer and it'll fall right out. Alright, so that's loose. Now I'm going to take my sway bar loose. All this stuff here was replaced by the previous owner back when I was in high school in 08 when I graduated. Alright, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to leave this spindle attached to the upper and lower control arm because I'm just going to pull it all out as a big complete set basically. I'm going to take the upper one loose and then pull it out of the way, and then I'll take the lower one. On this upper control arm, I'm going to do the same thing by pulling that pin out and getting that bolt loose so I can completely remove that top. Okay, now I'm leaving my nut on there because right now there's a lot of pressure on this lower control arm where the spring is, and rather than doing this the safe way, I'm going to do it the fast way. So I'm just going to go ahead, take this bolt right here, loosen it up. No, I don't recommend doing this. We're going to stand clear of where this thing's going to fly apart at and just hit it, and whenever it loosens up it'll bounce loose, and it should hold itself from coming apart. I still have the shock still in place. So I guess the best thing for me to do is go ahead and take that shock loose. That's right. Then the shock will fall out and everything else with it. there went my shock. My washer, my bolt. Alright, I'm gonna hit it right here, and it should pop loose. And that's how you do it the fast way, but not the safe way. But as you can see, my spring is now out. Throw that out of the way. Go ahead and get my shock, move it over to the side. Now my control arm is sitting here dangling, so I can go ahead, I can take out the 2 bolts in the rear, take out the bolts in this upper control arm, and this side is already taken apart basically. And what I'll do, since the spring is out, I'll get some rust to black and spray that on the inside of where my new springs is going to be sitting, because we want that to be nice and pretty if anybody ever looks up underneath it. So now, I'm going to go ahead and take these upper control arm loose. Alright, put more air in the compressor. Got me a wrench that actually fits these bolts. Now I'm taking them loose. Get this upper control arm off. It's actually got quite a few shims in it. This side had been hit previously in the past, so the wheel wasn't even sitting right. This control arm was actually slightly bent. And there's our upper control arm right there. I'm gonna go ahead and take this bolt off and take the spindle off, just because I don't want to have to struggle with carrying this big heavy thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and take out my lower pin, or my Carter key, or whatever you want to call it. All right, there it is. Well, so I'm gonna need an extension on that one. There it is. That didn't take much. Grab my hammer. Now, while holding this right here, I'm just going to hit on the spindle. And that allowed it to loosen up on the ball joint. So now I can pick it right up off of it. Sit it out of the way. Alright, yeah, that ball joint was in there good. And that gives me exactly what I need here for clearance. Alright, grab that nut there. Alrighty. My bolt looks to be in pretty good shape, so I will be reusing those bolts. Alright, there it is. And you can see that these bushings had already been replaced previously. Well, now that I've got that out of the way, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to spray some paint on it and clean it up a little bit. And once I get that done, I'm going to bring in the new control arm. Alright guys, I went ahead and shot some paint on that. These right here was the factory springs. I've got a set of 2018 Mustang GT Roush performance springs right here. They're actually a little bit shorter, but they're a little stiffer because Ford's has got so much more power. now that that one right there is on there, which one thing I really like about this is this piece right here for the sway bar. That's a really nice setup. You can adjust it and get it exactly where you want it, which I would measure from the bump stop to lower frame on each side and make sure I've got them correct, because your floor may not be level, your car may be heavier on one side. Whew, looks like we got a storm rolling in. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna lower the body down a little bit so I can start getting the upper one installed. Alrighty. Now the upper one, just like the factory, we'll have to turn it a little bit. Alright, sit right on in there. There look real nice, and boy, do those move a whole lot smoother than the stock ones did. That's a whole lot nicer. Go ahead and get my rubber boots sitting into place. This rubber boot it comes with. Strapped on there. I'm hoping I don't lose power. Storm don't look too inviting out there. Alright, it came with a new bolt and cotter pin. I'll go ahead and remove those, which I'll be using those in a minute. And if you hear my TV over there playing, I got a kids cartoon, Jet Propulsion, I think is what it's called. See exactly how my Ford Mustang springs. These are the springs that come out of my Roush Mustang that I had. Alright, those look really nice actually. So as you can see right here, go ahead and sit that up through there, which it'll help if I put the bottom one in. Alrighty, go ahead and put the top one in, and I can go ahead and put my nut on the top, and that'll hold that lower control arm in place. I've got my lowering spindle for this car. I'll go ahead and get it set down on top of this lower piece here, lower control arm. Go ahead and start my nut on there, keep my Carter keys handy here. I'm going to have to put a piece right underneath this right here to hold this up, and then compress it and put it into place. This is something else that's also dangerous. Which I don't recommend anybody doing this either. Snug it down real tight, and I'm going to check for my hole, because my Carter key has to go through the hole. there were lined up, and I can put my Carter key through the hole. All right, here's my rotor. Right here, it looks real nice. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna get my bearings, I'm gonna go ahead and grease it up real nice, and then we'll go ahead and we'll install that. All right, now the kit did not provide a dust shield on these right here. I looked it up. It says that there is no dust shield. You can install it, but there is no dust shield on this model. It kind of helps the airflow cool down the rotors through the vents in the rotors. The original dust shield, I pulled it from the actual original piece, but as you can tell, it does not fit nowhere close to the original. So that's out. Now I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to grease this up real nice, and then I'm going to put some grease in my rotor and then put the rotor on the spindle. Alrighty, it is now. I'm going to fill the inside of the actual rotor with some grease. Another thing this kit didn't come with, it didn't come with my washer, it didn't come with my bolt, none of that for this actual kit. So I've got to use the original washer, the original bolt, and the Carter pin. It should have come with it, but for some reason it didn't come with it. So there's the brand new rotor. Now we'll go ahead and we'll get the Wilwood brake caliper. All right, it came with the supplied bolts and some washers here for the calipers. And it also come with, of course, the Wilwood caliper. I'm gonna put a little bit of grease right around this right here where it's gonna actually move in and out. I'm just going to put my pin inside right there on the top and on the bottom, and I'm going to set this caliper. It goes right perfect right inside right there, and then slides over the rotor. And once you've got it in place, you use the supplied bolts here. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and I'm tightening these down right here. Alright, just snug it up. Don't torque it down too much, because you do, you'll break it off. Alright, just torque it down just good enough. Get a couple taps there. Go ahead and a couple taps there. Go ahead and spin my rotor. The rotor looks nice there. Now I'm gonna go ahead, spin it around, and show you what it's looking like so far. We got a real nice rotor. We got a real nice caliper. And now on this side here, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna set the steering arm into place. I got my wheel straight. It's looking really, really nice. I'm not going to attach my brake line yet because on the brake line, I had O'Reilly's order me a new one. But as soon as that does come in, I'm going to go ahead and get that brake line replaced on the rear and also do a new bolt kit for that. And the wheel won't tighten down on that. So what I did on the back, I actually put in a spacer. I actually spaced it away so I can put my center cap on. So I'm going to have to do the same with the front.